찰리 먼거는 버크셔 해서웨이의 부회장으로서 거물급 투자자들 중 한 명입니다. 그는 자수성가 했으며 포브스가 선정한 빌리어네어 중 한 명입니다. 그래서 그의 포트폴리오나 주식 선택은 워런 버핏만큼 화제가 됩니다. 또한 그는 한 번 주식을 선정하면 오래 보유하는 투자자며 거래를 자주 하지 않습니다. 그의 최근 투자인 알리바바에 대해 이야기하겠습니다. 그가 알리바바에 21년 1분기, 2분기, 4분기에 투자했으며 2분기와 4분기는 이전 분기의 2배가량씩 포지션을 늘렸습니다. 그런데 2022년 1분기에 알리바바 포지션을 50% 정리하여서 많은 투자자들에게 궁금증을 자아냈습니다. 투자에 실수했는지 아니면 단기적 알리바바 손실로 세금을 줄이기 위한 목적이었는지에 대해 많은 논란이 있었습니다. 최근 2022년 2분기 포지션이 나오면서 어느 정도 답을 유추할 수 있다고 생각합니다. 찰리 먼거는 투자에 있어서 인내심과 기다림을 강조하며 실제로 행동도 그렇게 해왔습니다. 그의 유명한 어록 중 하나는 큰 돈은 사거나 팔 때 버는 것이 아니라 기다리면서 번다는 것입니다. 2022년 2분기 데일리저널 코퍼레이션의 주식 보유 현황이 최근 공개되었습니다. 그리고 데일리저널 코퍼레이션은 여전히 알리바바 주식을 보유하고 있다는 것을 확인할 수 있습니다. 그리고 데일리저널 코퍼레이션의 SEC 파일을 확인해보면 먼거는 데일리저널의 회장직을 떠났지만 여전히 회사의 주식 포트폴리오에 관여할 것이라고 언급했습니다. 2022년 1분기에 있었던 찰리 먼거의 인터뷰를 살펴보겠습니다.
The next question comes from Tom Seymour. He writes in January, Jeff Gundlach was quoted, "China is uninvestable, in my opinion, at this point. I've never invested in China long or short. Why is that? I don't trust the data. I don't trust the relationship between the United States and China anymore. I think that investments in China could be confiscated. I think there's a risk of that." End quote. Obviously, with a significant percentage of the Daily Journal's marketable securities invested in BYD and Alibaba, you feel differently. Please explain why you are right.
Well, of course, only the future knows who's going to be right. But China is a big modern nation. It's got this huge population and this huge modernity that's come in the last 30 years. And we invested some money in China because we could get more value in terms of the strength of the enterprise and the price of the security than we could get in the United States. Other people, including Sequoia, the leading venture capital firm in the United States, have made the same decision we have. But I'm sympathetic to Gundlach. If he's nervous, he doesn't have to join us. Different folks have different opinions. I feel about Russia the way he feels about China. I don't invest in Russia, so I can't criticize Gundlach's point of view. It's just I reach a different conclusion.
Got a lot of questions just about the investing in China risks, and I'll ask this one from Ravi Mehta. He's interested in your take on China and Chinese stock exposure for the long term. He says it's becoming quite evident that Chinese companies could be banned from doing business in the Western world, or maybe some of the Eastern countries too, because of the number of the following reasons. 1, the security threat issues. 2, the potential conflict over Taiwan. 3, inability to meet Western accounting standards. And number 4, human rights issues. Considering all of the risks mentioned above, why would anyone as smart as Munger or Buffett consider investing in China or any of the Chinese companies?
Well, we did it for a very simple reason. We got more strength per dollar invested. In China, the companies we invest in are stronger relative to their competition and priced lower. That's why we're in China.
This one came in from Wasim. He said, although the financials seem strong, do the political pressures from the Chinese government worry you at all?
Well, the Chinese government is worrying all the capitalists in the world way more than it used to. And of course we don't like that. And we wish that China and the United States got along better. And if you stop to think about it, think of how massively stupid both China and the United States have been to allow the existing tensions to arise. What bad is ever going to happen to China or the United States if we two are close? If we make good friends out of the Chinese and vice versa, who in the hell is ever going to bother us? Of course we should make friends with China. And of course we should learn to get along with people who have a different system of government. We like our government because we're used to it and it has advantages of personal freedom. China could never have handled its life with a government like ours. They wouldn't be in the position they're in. They had to prevent 500 million or 600 million people from being born in China. They just measured the women's menstrual periods when they came to work and aborted those who weren't allowed to have children. You can't do that in the United States, and it really needed doing in China. And so they did what they had to do using their methods, and I don't think we should be criticizing China, which has terrible problems because they're not just like the United States. They do some things better than we do. They should like us and we should like them. So I think nothing is crazier than people who foment resentments on either side of that one.
Another question came in on Alibaba, and I know that we've covered a lot of ground on this. I'll ask that because it's slightly different. This one comes from John Mooney in Marshfield, Massachusetts. And he says, Charlie, Alibaba is a top 3 holding for you. It sells at a steep discount to its US peers. Best comparable is Amazon, which is triple Alibaba's PE. So what discount should US investors seek when buying Chinese stocks, considering the political, regulatory, and especially the ownership structure risk? Oh, and considering the fortune Berkshire made on your BYD suggestion, why doesn't Buffett buy Alibaba?
Well, Warren, like many other intelligent people, likes to invest where he's personally comfortable. And for some reason, I'm more comfortable with the Chinese than he is. That's a minor difference. But I have all kinds of places where I'm just like Warren. I have all kinds of things where I'm not comfortable, and I just don't go near them. I think an old guy is entitled to invest where he wants to invest in.
What makes you uncomfortable? What do you not?
It's okay to have some things that you just don't want to bother with.
Like crypto? I got
I don't
lots
think
of questions
Alibaba
on that.
I don't think Alibaba is as entrenched as something like Apple and Alphabet. I think the internet is going to be a very competitive place, even if you're a big internet retailer.
해당 인터뷰는 2월 17일에 있었던 데일리저널 주총이었으며 해당 기간 동안 알리바바의 주식을 50%나 줄였습니다. 하지만 멍거의 인터뷰 내용은 알리바바에 대한 미래를 긍정적으로 보는 인터뷰였습니다. 멍거의 과거 행동을 미루어 보면 그는 말과 행동이 일치하는 사람이기 때문에 1분기 동안 알리바바의 주식을 판 이유는 단기적 알리바바 손실로 세금을 줄이기 위한 목적으로 보는 것이 합리적입니다. 2022년 1분기에 줄인 주식의 수는 21년 1분기, 3분기를 합한 값과 동일하며 결론적으로 그는 30만 주의 알리바바 주식을 보유하길 원하고 나머지는 양도세를 이용해서 절세 및 플로트를 창출하려는 목적이 있다고 생각합니다. 알리바바의 비즈니스를 살펴보면 커머스의 중국 내 경쟁력은 여전히 강해 보이며 전 세계적 영향력은 커지고 있습니다. 그리고 클라우드 분야의 경쟁력 또한 커지고 있고 중국 내에 큰 경쟁자는 없어 보입니다. 코로나로 인한 중국의 봉쇄 정책의 영향으로 2022년 1분기 매출이 YOY로 0.09% 하락하긴 했지만 이전에는 좋은 성장률을 보여줬고, 그리고 알리바바의 PER은 최근 20 중반의 저평가 구간에 진입해서 낮은 밸류에이션을 갖고 있습니다. 이러한 이유로 멍건은 알리바바를 샀다고 생각합니다.